Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, 2016 NFL MVP Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons go head-to-head against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. With that,
here at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. It'll be Matt Ryan leading him under center, the 11th-year quarterback, four-time Pro Bowler, and the MVP of the league in 2016.
What a season Matt Ryan had in 2016 where he led the NFL in so many different categories as a quarterback. Numbers dropped in 2017, but the team still qualified for the playoffs, took down the higher-seeded Rams in L.A. before losing a tough one Philadelphia to the eventual Super Bowl champions. Matt Ryan, he makes them go in Atlanta.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Coleman now. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
It's Coleman here. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And here are the Falcon offensive starters.
4 straight seasons of 1,000 yards for Julio Jones as wide receiver. One of the strongest receivers in the league. Runs over defensive backs, but also thinks his way through the game. Really knows how to collaborate with his quarterback, Matt Ryan.
7th play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 4 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Williams to return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Green Bay Packers taking the field, led by their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, who in Week 14, the game that you were at against Atlanta, he broke Tom Brady's NFL record for most consecutive passes without an interception. The pass was Rodgers' 359th in a row. It dated all the way back to Week 4 of the season.
And he was very close to breaking the record and throw a pass on the sideline that nearly got intercepted by Deion Jones of Atlanta, almost stopping the streak. But survived that and continued on and broke the record. Finished 21 of 32, 196 yards, 2 touchdowns. How about this for the season? 23 touchdowns for Aaron Rodgers, just 1 interception thrown.
That is unbelievable.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
Out wide is Davante Adams, named an alternate to his first Pro Bowl in 2017. And how about this for a surprise? 22 receiving touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. That's the most of anyone in the NFL. That's right, anyone. Davante Adams taking advantage of opportunities.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The starting defense for the Falcons.
Deion Jones, their middle linebacker, doesn't have the size that a lot of people are looking for at that position, but his speed overwhelms you. Maybe the best coverage linebacker in the NFL. Kind of sealed that reputation with a big-time interception in New Orleans late in the season in 2017.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Vic Beasley with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep is Justin Hardy. This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Charles, last week, the Atlanta Falcons, that was the game that you had against the Green Bay Packers. And another loss, 5 in a row now. It's been quite a fall from Super Bowl 51, has it not been?
It certainly has, and it's hard to truly explain. They've had plenty of injuries on defense, but at one point they had won 3 in a row, had gotten themselves back to 4-4, and were headed to Cleveland, looking like they had a bunch of momentum. They got whacked in Cleveland and haven't been the same team since. Julio Jones had a big game in Green Bay on Sunday. Had 8 catches, 106 yards, and 2 touchdowns. 4 of those and a touchdown came on their first drive. Not much after that.
And this loss that last week, that guarantees that they're going to have their first losing record since 2014. And let's get a look at the Green Bay defense.
Blake Martinez tied for the league leading tackles last year in his 2nd season out of Stanford, but I thought he improved his game overall. Not only does he tackle well against the run, but able to diagnose pass plays, get back into coverage, and make plays on the football.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. First catch so far for Julio. He's got a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Ryan now off the bootleg. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Coleman. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan, his second touchdown pass of this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Williams now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Last week, the Green Bay Packers played their first game under their interim head coach. You were there for that victory over Atlanta, 34-20. What did you see?
I saw a team that was dedicated to getting back to the basics. You know, running the ball a little bit better, more precise in their details. Their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, of course, played well. Devontae Adams, their wide receiver, played well. But Aaron Jones, their running back, is really making a move. He should touch it 20-plus times a game. If he does that, I think Green Bay's offense can really be dangerous. And this is a team that can still finish over 500 if they win their last three, partner. At Chicago, at the Jets, home against Detroit. And they are not mathematically eliminated from playoff consideration either.
By the way, how cold were you in the booth on a 1 to 10 scale?
I was very cold. On a 1 to 10 scale, I was a 15 cold. Thank you. 25 degrees at kickoff.
Sorry I asked. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
319! 319!
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
158!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
This is Coleman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yeah, that was the safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Play action. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive. 3rd down. Spectacular catch. Turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. Ryan now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now it's It's Ryan. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
Ryan now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Ryan now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. Ryan. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Ryan will throw again. And finding the tight end Hooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging in the 1st half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. To throw again is Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons call on Matt Bryant. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. Already 17-0 our score. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
319! 319! 319
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
319!
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And Adams has it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
319!
Now a first down carry by Jones. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. The Packers and Falcons, they've had some memorable encounters in recent years. They met at the Georgia Dome in the 2016 NFC Championship game won by Atlanta, as well as the first regular season game at the new Mercedes-Benz Dome. That game also won by the Falcons 34-23, so revenge on the minds of the green and gold here. On play action, Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
319!
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Oh, man, Brandon. Not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The offense heading back onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Ryan. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. All right, partner, let's peek ahead to Week 15 while we have a second here. It starts out with a good one on Thursday night. How about the Chargers and the Chiefs, a battle in the AFC West?
Yeah, it could very well decide the division, and that's a huge, huge ball game. And who saw that coming when the season began, that this would decide the whole deal? How about our first Saturday games of the year? Texans, Jets, Browns, Broncos, and those are going to feature the young quarterbacks. Sam Darnold with the Jets, Baker Mayfield with the Browns.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Play action, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Ryan now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Kyler Fackrell in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. His throw incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They go play action with Ryan. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff should put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And while there is no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity map to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Okay, with that incompletion, I've been waiting to get this in because I wanted to ask you about that crazy finish in Miami. How in the world did they find their way to the end zone?
That was something, wasn't it? And I've seen a few along the way. In college football, Boise State over Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. You remember that one?
Yep.
With the hook and lateral play, and they had a bunch of crazy plays down the stretch. But this one in the NFL, especially considering you kind of knew they had to do something like this, yet they still were able to pull it off. 69 yards, Tannehill to Stills, to Parker, to Kenyon Drake. And then, of course, Gronk was on the field in case they threw the Hail Mary. Outran Gronk to the end zone. What a finish for the Dolphins.
So last year we had the Minnesota Miracle. Now we had the Miami Miracle this season. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, Ryan. He's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
319! 319! 319!
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. We remind remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Rodgers now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers keeps himself, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw. So out come the Falcons now
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now Ryan down around the goal line. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for nearly 300 yards already as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Williams to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And that first half was nothing short of a disaster. 0 points on the scoreboard and a big 3 in the INT column.
So they've got to get him going, obviously, right? So you've got to get him in rhythm. And we always think of short passes. I think of jet sweeps where they just kind of toss the ball forward. You know, that counts as a forward pass. And then you can say to him, look at that. You completed 3, 4, 5 in a row. Now you've got to get your confidence going.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
319!
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan now off the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Coleman. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They will run again with Coleman. And he's got some space here. Look at the spin.
Balance.
That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And they'll run it here. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ito Smith, his first carry. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On second down, Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. From the gun, it's Ryan, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Williams now on the return. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. Now it's Rodgers to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Ryan throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan connecting on his 4th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. Williams to return. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
158.
Now Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit. But even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Rodgers now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
They'll go again to Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers again now. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Rodgers to throw once more. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Still third down.
A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Rodgers operating from the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. And Crosby puts it through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked a field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Off the bootleg, Ryan. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. The Falcons on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. He's got Sanu. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Play action. Ryan shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
The Falcons on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And Bryant's kick is good. Now they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. Williams now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, Mohamed Sanu is marching back onto the field now. They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Matt Bosher now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A give to Jones. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Rodgers now to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 13 yards there, offset some of the penalty yardage as it's 2nd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And again, it's Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
We got 319.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
319!
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 2nd down.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
319.
Operating from the gun. Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
319. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might
Still
have been
first
a little
down.
discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Rodgers now from the gun. He'll throw. He'll get this one to the Golden Domer, St. Brown. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. A dump underneath to Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still 3rd down.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
319.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always
Automatic
enjoy the
first down.
conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
319.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
False start, offense.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
319.
To throw is Rodgers, operating from the gun. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Atlanta now coming out on the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And they'll go on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. On second down, here's Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Let's go, come on.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
319! 319!
From the gun, Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Past the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.